Hello everyone, my astrology friends, welcome back to my channel. This will be, I think, the last video I'm making for the 2025, so it's time to say goodbye to the 2025. I'm grateful for this year, actually. It's been great in many ways and not so good in other ways, but every path leads to personal growth, I think, in a most personal manner. That's my opinion. Well, we're gonna talk about some 2026 forecasts, astrological predictions as we can observe astrologers in the natal chart of the world, and the now insights, things that are coming up, especially tomorrow, December 19, 2025. It's a great time to start from anew, to shut out everything that is not serving us in a higher purpose anymore in our lives. And we're gonna talk about this topic further. But first, we're gonna start talking about December. So, Kabbalistically, I want to share with you that December is the right month to manifest, rather than most people, individuals wait until January, which is the first day of the new year. But um, contrary to our beliefs, um, January carries a very strong Saturnian energy, which is Capricorn, and Capricorn is an earth sign. Saturn doesn't like new things or change, so it's actually better from the Kabbalistic point, and this is something we know if we study Kabbalah or we are Jews. That's why Hanukkah and all the holidays for us is during the month of December, which is ruled by Jupiter, and we are in a really great month. December is a great time. Well, we still been in December, actually, to start new things. Okay, so for the whole year ahead, plan now, and not just plan it, but start doing it. So put it on action, and not in January, which belongs to the sign of Capricorn, as I said before, a strong earth sign ruled by the harsh planet of fixed energy as it is Saturn. Reason why those people that want to start new things, like going to the gym on the first, or start going, better say, to the gym, or start new activities or new things, new projects, plan ahead the whole year, starting from January the 1st. Those changes that they aim to attain during the new year, they don't last. They start dropping out in the middle of the year or before, even though they never start. They go and pay the membership at the gym but never go. So write down whatever you want to attain, your goals, your, I will say, more than goals, objectives, small objectives, step by step things, or small goals. You can call it a diet, or yeah, also for the year now, and start doing it now, especially tomorrow. And I'm gonna tell you why. These last days of December already gonna belong for Capricorn, so it's better to start right now, before ending the the season of Jupiter ruling, Sagittarius. So, um, like I said, Saturn doesn't like or follow changes. It's a rigid structure energy that resists change. So, and it's also ruled, Saturn, in some way by religious programs. That we all have some kind of religious programming, even though people that don't practice any religions, we come from a transgenerational full of religious programs. So we have some religious programming in our daily life. So it's observable by NLP coaching that we need to start rewiring those programs. But first, we have to take consciousness of it. Otherwise, we cannot change what we are not aware of it, of course. So the whole fellowship groups of those religious limited beliefs, especially Christianity and Catholic religion, to devote the period of the year to get prepared for the so-called holiday or Christmas season, which is actually an empty holiday because it's mostly commercial. It's basically observed by a massive amount of social cultural advertisements to shop and consume rather than truly observe any type of spirituality, not any type of spiritual connection to the implanted idea of any Messiah or God or something like that. And between those lines, instead, it is a commercial holiday, and it's institutionalized by Saturn, the energy whereby to keep the herd of sleeping sheep sleeping. So right when the energy of Jupiter is activated to manifest during the month of Sagittarius and be able to get out of the rat race consciously. But most people are dorm. They're, planning the Christmas and the New Year and stuff. So you just need to make your judgment by consciously observation that it's a period full of joy and energy, and then comes the energy of Capricorn, and anything during the month of January, it's kind of doomed. It's foggy. It's not joyful anymore. So bringing all that initiatic energy down that most people got during December, replacing it with a gloomy, heavy energy or vibration on the air, right? um, we can feel that. I believe so. Most of us we do. So mm, there's like always. I say to my clients, my patients, don't believe me. Just go outside, find out for yourself, and prove me wrong, please, because I don't own any truth. So please figure it out. Okay. So if you want to start something new that will for the 2026, of course, that will do it. You need to will do it with in a consistent manner for 21 days non-stop in a row to rewire your brain, creating new consistent brain connections, neuropath connections. They're that they are in charge to create a new habit for life. So, but this is NLP. Our brain generates new cells, new connections every 21 days, like our skin. If you can Google that too, you can find out that this is true. And this is an NLP coaching, of course. So this is my gift to you to start making real and enduring changes in your life for the years to come. Whatever change you want to do in your life, just do it in a consistent, consciously manner, non-stop, 21 days in a row, and you will see the changes. Okay. Now, because the 2026 will be a very hard year along the way with the other 6 more years, which is in total, actually, the 2026 is the door gate for the following 7 years cycle ahead of change. So it will be the 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32, the big reset worldwide. This is the biggest reset. And it will take place, I will say, around April, the 2026, the most part, because also Chiron will enter into the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is the sign that rules our economy. So we expect economically crisis, like harsh times ahead. So just get ready inwards, prepare inside. Of course, outside, yes. But all right, now astrologically, the planets of Saturn and Neptune, along with Jupiter, Mercury, forming or are still in the water signs, making a big, the biggest aqua trine. Um, and by December 12th, we got Venus and Mars and Mercury and the Sun, and the Sun of the sign also of Sagittarius, fire sign. So we changed from water to fire, and that's wonderful. Okay. Though most of the personal planets change to a fire energy, and that resembles or explains expansion in every single manner, and they're completely opposite from a water sign or water energy that can go inwards, because the water element is an innate or natural catalyzer. So the moon also and Neptune are the biggest catalyzers actually. And yeah, so we need to understand that we are transiting a very accelerated period in the history of Gaia, the Earth, the planet. Hence, all the dynamics worldwide are tinted with this erratic energy of hard changes, of acceleration, and they're speeding up. In other words, speeding towards the bigger change to come ahead. We haven't seen anything yet actually, so it's just a doorway, like I said. So check with in which house or houses you have in your natal chart Capricorn, because Saturn and Neptune are moving towards Aries, and that would indicate a change of energetic expression, and it will actually affect directly to the house that is ruled by Capricorn, Saturn and Neptune by the 2026 period. Okay, so and by February 2026 to be exact. And for those who have aspects with Saturn and Neptune in their natal chart, forming like a trine, square, opposition, conjunction, quincunx, etc., will start feeling and experiencing a great, biggest moment in their lives. One of those moments will take place in your pattern systems of beliefs, all beliefs actually, that gonna start getting too old and too like waste to time to dish them out, to toss them away, because they're not serving you in any for a higher purpose or any purpose anymore in your life, like you are evolving. Because Aries is a cardinal sign of fire ruled by Mars, and Mars actually poke and explode and burst things. So Mars will burst all those old and obsolete belief systems that we hold in our lives. So then on April 27, 2026, Uranus finally enters in Gemini to stay in again. So for good, finally, Uranus. And we're going to start with the entrance of Uranus in Gemini, the actual point, a peak point for welcoming the new era of Aquarius. So around those dates, we're gonna feel a very, very strong energy. Okay, and Mars gonna make a conjoint with Saturn and Neptune in Aries as well. So during the first months of the 2026, the planetary energy will be infested or tinted by this bursting energy of constantly exploding bubbles of old and obsolete systems of beliefs, fake beliefs, in a massive way around the globe. Like you're gonna see them in the news, maybe you're gonna hear it from friends, you're gonna live it and experience it in your own lives. Um, like every way, fake gurus as well. So Aries will take control over the first months of the 2026. So we will basically feel the strength of that Martian energy everywhere, because we are drastically switching from the passive energy of fusion of Pisces to the Martian of abrupting energy of Aries, you know, and these two signs are the least compatible energetic forces. So it's gonna be a true explosion in there, a bursting, you know, fire cracking kind of thing, sensation energetically wise, and yeah, happening in many ways, you know, like we can experience it and see it and hear it with our senses. Uh, Anyways, Saturn gonna be opposite to or conjoin. I'm sorry, Neptune, uh, which is also the explains geographically and geopolitically that the borders are changing. You know, we're already see them for quite a while happening. We all know what's going on worldwide right now. That we have been uh, experiencing this and seeing this in the new that confirms what is happening along with these planetary aspects that I'm mentioning, um, that reveals the realignment of the borders in the world. Okay, yeah, because I remember, I think it was 1702, around that time, 1702 year wise, the cessation war transit was of also Saturn, I'm sorry, Neptune in Aries, and then Saturn, 14 years, for 14 years the last years, and Neptune opens up many fronts and everywhere, and Saturn attacks. So the change of paradigms will also burst big. The Bitcoin is one of them too. The aspects of Uranus, Venus conjoining aspects. Uh, anyway, I'm talking about the Bitcoin that also gonna end. That's a bubble that's gonna burst. And in 1989, also there was a topic about Neptune conjoining Saturn in Capricorn. Historically, that strong aspect back then also caused the derogation, the termination of a president named Noriega due to the Sean River. The USA took action over it immediately, if I'm not wrong. So we can expect a similar reaction with that aspect, not in the same country, but a kind of similar reaction um, with this aspect. And by the second half of April in 2026, Venus conjoining Uranus, yes, getting out from Taurus, the Bitcoin might end for good. We'll see. Okay, just take notes of this and let me know in the comments. um, okay. Now, when I give a mention or I mention all these aspects in the natal chart of the planet, the world, will be experienced and lived it in many different ways by individuals, meaning that we all gonna experience it and live it in a different way because we have different lives and different perceptions and different vibrations and different levels of understanding things. And also because in our natal charts we have all those aspects in a different manner and a different axis, uh, different angles, different houses, and making personal aspects to our natal chart, planets, stars, points, etc. So avoid to pre-program yourself for a personal cataclysm. Instead, go to your natal chart and observe these aspects and how will they will take place in your natal chart and affect you, or may affect you. You know, but it's mostly how you believe. So it's very important that you rewire. We create what we believe. Uh, so rewire your beliefs, what's going to happen. Anyway, so far, During this upcoming time, I will say tomorrow. Yes, let's talk about tomorrow because it's tomorrow we have a very special energy. Before we continue talking about all this, and to give you exact information, tomorrow is December 19, 2025, and we're gonna have the last moon of the year. This is a new moon placed in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's gonna take place at 28 degrees 24 seconds in the sign of Sagittarius, like I said, and we will be closing the year positioning this new moon nearly at the 29 degrees. And as you all know, the last decrease in astrology carries a significantly strong energy, and this new moon refers to a powerful spiritual reset for growth, personal growth and transformation, because we'll be making aspects between Jupiter and Saturn. And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Saturn represents structure and karma. So these two chronocrators are creating a cosmic finger of Jod, the finger of Jod. If you ever hear about this, I believe so, pointing towards destiny, authenticity, and long-term goals, urging us all to attain a highly consciousness in our lives and to align energy objective we have with a higher purpose to manifest things. And how we're going to manifest things by getting rid of all old mental programs, shedding them all to build from anew, and lasting visions into our future. Sagittarius, the visionary sign, and that the arrow is pointing to the future. Actually, a truly pivotal last of the year spiritual reset for personal growth, guys. So allow me to give you a few tips for tomorrow, to start tomorrow. If you want to start something for the next 2026, tomorrow is the time. So number one, set clear intentions from now on. Okay, focus on what truly matters for your future, and remember that the future is created day by day within the now. So the future is now. Now, secondly, seek truth among everything you do. Explore your beliefs and philosophies in a deeper manner and rewire your brain from those limited beliefs that have been ruling your life unconsciously from your operating from your subconscious mind, and you've been learned by program to call them fate in life, which is not true. Okay, so third, cut all cords, absolutely all umbilical, invisible cords that you have created with those things and situations and individuals or groups in your life. Release what no longer serves your authentic path, even family members. Family of origin, for those who may come from toxic, narcissistic kind of environments, okay? It's time for you to cut all cords for good. Just take a leap of faith, okay, into your future. Your future is now. Sagittarius energy. Remember that. Number fourth, and last but not least, plan big by using the energy or this energy to structure long-term goals, long-term objectives. This is a powerful energy for that purpose, guys. So tomorrow is the time. It's the perfect day with the new moon. It carries a super strong energy for changing, and this is my tip for you. Okay, to say goodbye to the 2025, you can start by tomorrow, December 19th. So what else can I tell you for now? Because a lot of things have been happening, like on the December 9th, between the 8, 9, and 10, we had Mars squaring Saturn that formed the squared energy. So it was a very strong Martian energy that start by that time on December 8, 9, and 10, breaking some dynamics. Maybe you start living it because Mars was transiting several, or will transit actually, several planets during the 2026, and we will experience it as well individually. So check if you have planets on the last degrees of Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces, because Mars Saturn aspects into a natal chart for sure will be felt really strong. Okay, breaking up dynamics in a sense of matter for along that 2026. And yeah, there are two mutable signs, and fire and water, but mutable both. So, however, whilst Mars in Sagittarius will work to bring out all truths to the light, like coming up to the surface, whatever was hidden or hiding, calling spade to spade. Saturn in Pisces will do its best to smoke and keep fogging those acres to blurry out and distort the truth to create some kind of doubt feeling or gaslighting. Speaking of narcissistic, it will bring a lot of insidious forms of manipulations as well that we're gonna start seeing. So before we could finally see the rainbow, we have to have a great storm, right? Now in Kabbalah, the rainbow, speaking of which, in Kabbalah, the rainbow, as colorful and nice as it is, it's considered a bad omen because it could only be seen after a big storm, hardship, or turmoil, etc. So it's not such a great thing to the thing with rainbows actually. Um, Anywho, just remember that we create outside what we believe inwards, and what we believe is possible. So if you believe it's possible, it will be possible. If you believe it's impossible, it ain't gonna be possible. And that our minds focus on whatever we keep rumbling in our heads. So that's the unconscious or conscious, uh, in the unconscious or conscious way. So avoid fear. And um, avoid any type of restricted belief. Okay. um, Now remember that the universe can register the word no, as our brain cannot register the word no as a command. Only our brains and the universe register the word no when it's an information, but never as a command. So avoid using this word uh, in a way of commanding to yourself. Okay, that's NLP. That's the reason why warnings or signs that use the word no as a restriction for something, like for example, do not work and they work, or do not smoke and they smoke. Stuff like that. Do not litter here, but they litter the area. So anyway, um, evaluate that on your own and prove it if it's a fact or not. Then focus on what you aim, only what you want, okay? Never what you don't want. In NLP, there's a quote that we says, ask for what you want and it will be granted, and ask for what you don't want and it will be granted as well. So focus on what you really want only. Recommended film for this, the film Focus, that's the name, with Will Smith, if you haven't watched it. For those interested in knowing about more how NLP works, when you can ask for my services or read some posts that I have in my channel sometimes about NLP coaching tips here and there, and yeah. All right then, guys. I believe this will be all. Let me see if I don't have anything else to say. Current planetary aspects. Well, there's this important facts, astrologically wise, to keep in mind in regards of the current planetary aspects and transits in the world chart that is going to lack of earth, and I mentioned this in many of my videos already, but this is the last video for 2025 and this is the forecast for 2026. The world chart ain't gonna have the element of earth at all. So earth is what for us in a tangible manner represents economy and all tangible things, and that's why astrologically wise we're forecasting a crisis, economic crisis. Now just keep in mind that like I said before, we're gonna live it in very different ways, so just be prepared, okay? For whatever you see on TV and news, avoid watching the news, um, and just live the best way you can do. Now, for those regulated areas in our life well, worldwide and personally by the earth element, yes, we're gonna feel a shake, of course. The world gonna shake greatly, uh, or better say, will continue in shaking because it's already shaking for a while, you know. So reversing that sensation of stability to instability uh, worldwide, yes, we're gonna still see those things along with, I will say, some more natural disasters. Moreover, anything that we used to feel, think, or perceive or known as a safe place ain't gonna be that safe anymore. Reason why there are hundreds of thousands of people losing their homes, a place that we all perceived as safe ain't safe anymore. Uh, we're entering to an age ruled by air and fire, and we all must understand the great change and shifting in terms of energy that we will experience for the following 7 years to come. Okay, so please take everything I said with a grain of salt and be prepared inwards. Meditate. If you need psychotherapy, find the right psychotherapist, not just, the word therapist is not registered, so anybody can call themselves therapist. And help yourself. You can be your own psychologist as well. We all have psychology integrated in ourselves. If we attain consciousness, we can help ourselves. We don't need advice. We need coaching. We need a real set of tools to be able to know how to use those tools that are integrated in ourselves, but we need someone, a coach can show you how to use those tools. Advice leaves you aiming and clinging and relying for more help in those people that give you advice before. So avoid that thing, okay? The north node. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, before I forget, this is super important. The north node will change axis again, guys. Yes, from the axis Virgo to Pisces, will move to Aquarius, north node in Aquarius, south node in Leo. So having the north node in Aquarius, the worldwide vibrations are shifting strongly. aligning with the main energetic change of the era in Aquarius, so to speak. As we all know already, we're in. It's okay. The world Gaia, the planet Earth, is now in the Aquarian age, just as the predictions given long ago by Marilyn Ferguson in her book The Aquarian Conspiracy. The whole planet has been shifting since 2019 and since the worldwide pandemic situation that we all live experience. Um, so we all truly attain consciousness of it in a deeper manner. A lot of people have been waking up since 2019 with the pandemic, and some others are taking time. So yeah. Anyways, so Pluto also will be in the sign of Aquarius along with the North Node, and Jupiter will be in Leo and the South Node. So along with the South Node, the axis will be actually Aquarius Leo, and having plus having Neptune and Saturn in Aries. I think that by having Jupiter uh, in the South Node in Leo for the world chart is causing a significant shifting in the mentality of the new generations in terms of sexuality and the diminishing desire of procreation, not sex, not intercourse, but procreation, having children, getting pregnant. Also because Aquarius is an earth sign and it's focused on the mind and the new text rather than sexual activities. The yin yang energy, unisex, bio, or dual. But however, Leo is a fire sign and is sexual and sensual. So having the South Node in this fire sign will not diminish the desire also, okay? But it will much more be more choosy, conscious by choosing well and whom and where to become very, I will say, extremely aware of with whom or whom I will consider to establish a more healthy and conscious relationship uh, over the sexual relationship, like more choosy. Yes, and Neptune opposing Jupiter will be formed in that axis also, because Neptune, no, I'm sorry, Pluto. Yeah, Pluto opposition Jupiter, and Pluto gonna be in Aquarius, so they're gonna form an opposition. Now, just because of the amount of the earth element in Aquarius, with the North Node, which is where we are heading up, the North Node is where we have to go to move towards, plus having Pluto in there. And remember, the ruler of Aquarius will re-enter for good in another air sign, which is Gemini. So, and that one is ruled by Mercury, the planet that governs the mind of everyone. So there's so much air and fire in the world chart, and Saturn will run into the fire sign of Aries as well. So you can see, just picture that. No earth element on the horizon for the world, guys. That's an immense change, a very strong shifting. And for those individuals that are highly sensitive, um, are already sensing the vibrational shift, and I would say possibly experiencing trouble to fall asleep or having nightmares. I do. Having weird nightmares. Okay, so um, I think that will be all, guys. This is very heavy information. I'm sorry, but I have to give it to you. I've delivered it. Um, I wish all this is welcome, and you can observe this in your chart and explore this information. And please do the best you can do, rewire and ditch out your old beliefs, and change your skin basically like a snake. Okay. Anywho, guys, I wish you all have the very best of the last time, months, no, not months, but weeks, days of December, to say goodbye to the 25th. And for those that are Jews or Kabbalistic scholars, Hasamea Hanukkah. Until the next time. Okay? Bye bye, guys.